both. Angela, Bill Clinton, the wealthiest living ex-president, evidently. The Clintons have an estimated net worth of $55 million. Add Hillary Clinton's estimated book advance of some $14 million. When you look at this, Angela, does Bill Clinton's defense, his answering here of that question, work for him and for Hillary?
Well, I think the facts are really what work for them, Richard. Just for case in point, I used to lobby for an organization called NAFIO, and it's an organization that represents historically black and predominantly black colleges. Hillary Clinton's office, when she was the senator, was one of the first to sign on to a measure to ensure that students at these colleges could have Pell Grants to continue to stay in school. So the fact of the matter is, it matters what policies they support. There are members of Congress who are on the lower end of the totem pole in terms of wealth, and they support policies that fly in the face of their constituents and their very own interests. So I would agree with the president that it matters what policies they've continued to support throughout the duration of their careers.
Chris, you know, potential 2016 Republican candidates. Similar comparisons of wealth here. For instance, Congressman Paul Ryan's net worth over $5 million. Governor Chris Christie about $4 million. Senator Ted Cruz $3 million. And you can't forget Mitt Romney here in 2012. You know, does this challenge Republicans more because of the stereotype of wealth that Democrats often levy at Republicans?
Well, I think it's a lot like, to take your Romney analogy, it's the comments that Clinton's now making are very similar to him saying he likes NASCAR because he knows a lot of NASCAR owners. The Clintons have lived in the upper top of the 1% for so long now, they've forgotten what the rest of the average plight of the Americans are. And he talks about, oh, we go out around our town and talk to people, and that's how we know what people feel like. I mean, they live in one of the most elitist, moneyed towns in America. And so all of this, yeah, it does kind of change the game, and they're so desperate to get back into power that now they're trying to find ways to connect with average Americans, and they've lost the ability to do that.
But, Chris, does it hurt Republicans more because of that argument that has been made?
I don't see that anything that's going on with Hillary Clinton is hurting Republicans more. I think what it's doing is putting her in a difficult position to be the leader of the Democratic Party. She's advocating policies, that's Angela's point, that she doesn't really understand anymore. She's so far out of touch with that part of America. And it just is not, it flies in the face of convention.
That's definitely not what I said. What I said was she has traditionally and consistently supported policies that benefit all of America. I did not say that she is now out of touch with the very policies that she supports. I think that's highly contradictory, and she's not at all like Mitt Romney, who talked about 47% of Americans being irrelevant. That is not the same type of comment. And even though she said that, you know, they were not well off and that they were dead broke, that is a perception. And again, you can't count people's coins because you don't know what their debt is. So the reality of this situation is Mitt Romney and Hillary Clinton are apples and oranges at this point.
Well, I agree. The difference was Romney his wealth, and he said, look, I've been successful, I'm not going to apologize for that. Hillary Clinton, one, doesn't acknowledge her wealth, two, lies about it, and now three, is trying to hide away from it.
I think that she did acknowledge her wealth. She also acknowledged the lack of that wealth when they were leaving the White House. The point is, the policies that Romney has traditionally supported and the rest of the folks in the GOP fly in the face of what benefits most of America. That is why it's not called the Big Tent Party. That is why the Democrats are called the Big Tent Party.
And just to be clear, she did not lie again about this very issue, Hillary Clinton.
Right.
We'll have to leave it there.